Good morning, sunshine. Welcome to Morning Inspiration with Friends with our host, Miss Inspiration. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe as you sit back and listen. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday. I'm back. I told you I'd be back, which I didn't get a video yesterday, and I'm sorry about that. I realized I did not schedule it the right time, so I had to just cancel it because it was like super late in the day. But we're here. We're here Wednesday. You see my shirt? Don't overthink yourself into remaining broke. This is the perfect shirt for this conversation, and you can link if you are especially on YouTube. You will see down below my store. You can get this shirt. I have in other colors, but this is a great conversation because we're going to talk about something that I've been working on. Was introduced to it several years ago. Did nothing with that information. And I kept seeing this young lady in December on Threads. She kept talking about UGC. So first, what is UGC? UGC is user-generated content that businesses will hire a UGC content creator to create content for them. The traditional original way for UGC is you create the content for the client, and they take it and they put it on their socials. They put it on their website. You and the client, the company, will have an agreement on whether or not it can be used for organic, means that it's just going to be posted on their website or their social media, or if this can be used for ads. If ads are created, you typically can make more if you have that type of agreement. And a lot of them are willing to collaborate with you for that, so that you can make like a 10%, 15%, 25%. I've seen the most was 25%. So I started like thinking about that. I picked up her ebook. She had an ebook. I purchased it. Very simple, full of information. Like, I love buying things and supporting people that simplify everything, right? Tell me what it is. Tell me how I can get started, and at least one thing or one place that I can get started in. And that's exactly what she did. So, of course, because she gave that information, I was able to digest it. And then as I started to navigate through the internet and figure it out, I noticed that there were apps that were out there. So if you go to the description, you're going to see a link. It's a link tree, and it says Tanisha Shanae _ UGC. You'll be able to click on the links to the apps that I'm currently using that's helping me to make anywhere from $5 to over $100. Okay. And this is strictly, I'm creating for the client and I'm giving it to them. So I started this last month, really got into it in January. One of the main apps that I have been using that has been helpful for me has been Join Brands. Join Brands, and if you click on that link, it will take you to Join Brands and you'll be able to sign up. The one thing I like about Join Brands is that there are so many types of UGC content that you can create. So they have AI, they have green screen, they have how-to videos, product demos, lifestyle shots, selfie with product, TikTok videos, Instagram Reels, TikTok Live Shop. There's quite a few, right? Amazon Shop. And you have to get these certifications. And the more certifications you get, the more jobs you will have access to. When I first started, I was only at 3. I think I had like 3 certifications. One of the easiest ones to get is a selfie with product. And that's you just taking a picture with the product, right? A very clear picture. Usually they look for natural light. They want you to use as much natural light as possible. And you will create it. And then, depending on the agreement, you will just decipher. So when I first got started, I got a whole bunch of products, right? Selfie with products. And they all started with $5, right? my whole thing was, one, I was looking at reviews. Reviews are going to be very important. And when you are completing a job, you want as many of those brands to do a review for you, right? Then the second thing is it's the number of jobs that you have completed. Now, what I didn't read the fine print until maybe the third week of January, and I realized that I was not going to move to the next level until I received 10 jobs that were video based. So I've been getting a lot of photo based, but not video based. So I did get some video based. I have like I think my first $100 video was a TikTok video. I created a TikTok video for a magnesium spray. And I mean, like, this was like shots. Me in the bed, have the camera set up, have the product right there. Like, I'm tapping into the skills that I'm remembering we used back in college, right? And when I was in college, I have a communications degree. We were taking these types of classes, advertising, broadcast journalism, speaking on camera, B-roll, right? I remember all of that. So it was just kind of like a flashback for me, because it was just like, Dad, I remember doing these things, right? I remember learning all about that, the lighting, the B-rolls, you want as much B-roll as possible, the sounds. And I remember being on House Hunters, like a lot of the things they wanted to hear the sound. So we had to do, just so people would know, you would have to, like, you'll do the regular recording, but then they will be like, all right, walk. And this don't make no sound. We just want to record your feet, right? We want to record the doors closing. And so I've been watching videos like that where they are recording the actual spray, like the sound of the spray. They're recording the turning of the jar. And I'm just like, wow, that's like super amazing. And it does put me in a space, because as a perfectionist, that can kind of like overstimulate me. And I remember for that particular video, it did take me a long time to like put it out. And there was a part in there where I had messed up, and I was just like, we're gonna just submit this, like, because it can't be perfect. User generated, it's supposed to be as authentic as possible. Well, in the perfect world and authentic people, we make mistakes sometimes. Like, it wasn't a huge mistake. It was just like I stumbled over one word, and then everything else was fine. So it was just one mistake. So I'm proud of myself that I did not allow that one mistake to delay me from putting out this product, putting out this video, because that would have delayed me getting paid, or it would have actually caused me to not get paid. So when I say to you, this is stretching me. This is not just about the money. This is about stretching me becoming more comfortable. Right? I'm comfortable on the camera every morning with you all, but it's something about Tanisha, model this, show off this, right? So that's also pushing me into the TikTok world. So follow me over on TikTok, because TikTok has been doing a lot different. It's been doing a really good job. Not so much only UGC stuff, but just the content that's being related. And with TikTok, join brands, you do post some things on TikTok. So that's the other side of it. Some UGC you will post on your social. Because like TikTok, you can have, I think it's called the TikTok shop, like collaborators. So a brand can pretty much sponsor your video, and that's what's going to play. It's not an ad, but it's just letting them know that this is the paid partnership. I got paid for that video. So that has definitely been interesting. And then the other side with TikTok, there's another app. Now, if you do go to my UGC, link tree, I shared, there's an app called Kale, right? Like the vegetable kale, yes. And with Kale, when you go into Kale, they're going to have all of these different jobs where you are basically choosing which gig you want to do. So the end of last month, I did one for Thrive Market. Now that actually popped up because I do use Thrive Market, and I forgot to skip the delivery, and so I had the box and it was coming, and so I said, let me go on Kel and see if there's any gigs for Kel, for Thrive Market, and there was. They wanted you to show your first box of the year. See, simple, right? I made that video, posted that. That video alone made me $17 through Kel. Now I do believe that Kel, you're not going to get like thousands and thousands of dollars. I mean, not unless you have really good engagement. And I'm praying that as I continue to post these things, it's going to improve and those numbers will start getting closer to the 100s. But it's definitely my first video that I did with Kel, I think I only got like $9. So to go from $9 to $17, and then I just posted another video and I got another like I think $17.91 for the video. Like this, like you're making money, you're getting comfortable, you're relaxing, you're allowing yourself to grow into being a person that that you truly desire. And it's helping also my audience because they're kind of getting to know me on a different level. And I'm making recommendations because as a 41-year-old woman going through premenopause, although I do not want to desire or to claim that, retapping into my health journey, figuring out what does love look like in my 40s, what does life look like as a woman, will I be married? Like we're having these conversations and we are just highlighting these simple products while we're doing it. That's it, right? It's just a simple conversation that I'm just having. And I'm like, oh yeah, let me sit here and, be extra and spray my face. For some people, they'll be like, oh, that's so extra. But this is what people are doing, right? There's someone right now at work who knows about rose water facial toner and who knows that throughout the day you want to hydrate your face. So they could easily be in the middle of a conversation with you and then next thing you know pop out and you're just like, but the conversation continues, right? So I know that is the beautiful part. So this awkward feeling is a great opportunity for growth. And then again, when I'm focusing on the action part, let's take the action because the action is going to help build some form of identity. And this is the intentional action that is helping me to really figure out how do I want to present myself. I will say a lot of people do have a lot of misconceptions about Tanisha Shanae, the Miss Inspiration. Even as an educator, like I've heard over the years, the things that my students, how they perceive me, it's just like, it's quite interesting because it's like, I don't show anything other than what they see. So now this is really helping me to build that identity and to present that identity. It's not so much building it, just really presenting it and letting you guys know, like, no, this is the real human side of me. Like I'm super goofy. I don't have a sense of direction when it comes to putting things together. But you know what? People like to see that type of realness. They want to see that because they want to know, like, look, I know it's going to take somebody else an hour, but it's going to take me 4 hours or maybe 4 days because I don't do well putting things together, right? That's why I didn't want to put my house together, like the stuff, because I'm like, I know it's going to take me forever because the average person, it's simple for them, and that's not my reality. So you're able to really kind of start seeing that, and I'm excited to put more of that content out that will, in hopes, open up more opportunities for UGC content creation with bigger brands. Because if brands are seeing it, then that will also help to bridge and start that relationship for me to create for some of them. And I'm really trying to tap more into tech. So all my tech software companies out there, if you're looking for a UGC content creator, I'm an ed tech professional actually. So I come with a lot more understanding, and I already do like a whole bunch of micro learnings for people of how to learn different softwares, how features of highlighting different features on apps. So I already do that, and I did a really cool one not too long ago that I'm really excited about. But if this is something that you are really interested in, I want you to, ask any questions. But even if it's not UGC, if there's something that you've been thinking about trying, but you keep postponing, what is that one thing? And why do you feel like you keep postponing it? What is the one thing? Like I said, I wanted to try this for quite some time, and I just couldn't do it. It was just like, I'm not really sure, right? But now I'm able to say, like, no, I'm happy that I didn't postpone it any longer. And I'm happy that I just took action, right? And just start seeing what is actually possible, right? That's what we want to see. What is possible? So what is one thing that you've been thinking about trying, but you keep postponing? Drop that in the comments and let's see. And we can actually encourage one another. Right. And I want to be honest. Like I said, UGC for me is not just about the money. It's just that's like the bonus. It's really about expansion. It's really about helping someone to position themselves as authentic as possible and let people see who they truly are. So I want you to explore those different things if that is something that you're interested in. And and now they're growing, and now we're seeing how UGC is changing in some aspects for the good and for the bad. Maybe on Friday I'll talk about like the downfall, the things that I do see about some of these UGC opportunities that are coming up. It's not always that great, right? So you're hearing, like, you might go on TikTok and someone could tell you, "Oh, I just got a deal for $3,000 for a video and two photos." Like, those are real deals. But then you also have some that are like $100 a month, and we want you to post every day for 30 days. And like, they want edited videos, not just not a picture, not a carousel. No, they want like full edited reel shorts posted on your social media for 30 days for $100. I just got a $30 tip on the $15 photo. I took one photo for a brand and I made $15. And then they gave me a $30 tip last night. $30. I made $45 off of a $15 photo with product. And it's nowhere on my social media. So like, this stuff is like, it's those things that I want to encourage people, because again, we never know. We don't know who that next client is going to be. Some clients don't tip. Some clients only have given me $3 tips, and I appreciate my $3 tips. But baby, when I saw that $30 tip yesterday, I was like, oh my gosh, I just made gas money from just a tip. Like, yeah, we're gonna keep talking about this, right? I want us to stretch ourselves. I want us to tap into our personalities and who we really are, and showing up authentically. And you do it the way that is meant for you, and I'm gonna continue to do it the way that I know God is calling me to do it. So I am your girl, Tanisha Shanae. We're gonna head out right now. We're gonna make sure that we are back here Friday. Tomorrow is Thursday, so I'm actually gonna make sure I schedule tomorrow's message right now for it to go out at exactly 7 a.m. Central Time on the dot. Make sure you follow me on TikTok. All right, so TikTok, I'm like trying to grow that. So go to my TikTok, Miss Inspiration, MISS Inspiration 25, and also on my Instagram, Tanisha Shanae, and head over there. I don't know what's going on with Facebook. I'm sorry, my main Facebook page is not streaming right now. I don't know what's going on with StreamYard. That is another challenge. So I might be leaving StreamYard because of the different technical issues that I'm having. But I am sharing this on my Heal Thy Body page on Facebook, which is going to be shared on my other. And as always, my YouTube channel. I love you guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you for following. Hit that subscribe button if you have not. And drop those comments. Ask those questions. If this is something that you are trying to get into and you're trying to figure that out, let's connect. Right? I'm not offering any coaching. I don't have any courses. I'm not selling anything. If you have a question about UGC, I either made a video for you that you can watch, and I'm going to forward that to you, or I can share an app that has worked for me. I've mentioned 2 apps in this video. So if you are just joining, I'm about to leave, you can go and head back to the beginning to learn about those 2 apps that I mentioned that has been helping me to generate at least over $200 extra for the month of January. January, I made over $200, and I'm definitely trying to hit that same target for February. Okay, I needed to at least cover my hair and my nails and my feet, cover the basic maintenance for now until it starts covering them bills, because I know what UGC can do. But I love you guys. Have an amazing day. Be well and be blessed. Bye.
Man, that was another great message, Tanisha. Listen, friends. If you are not watching Morning Inspiration with Friends with Tanisha, then you are missing out. Hit that subscribe button and even share with a friend, because this is the best way to start your morning. Check Tanisha out every Monday through Friday around 7 a.m. CT time. You will not be disappointed.